But, you know, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that, because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate
I've seen, I didn't serve, I haven't served, and frankly I had deferments because of college, like a lot of people did, numerous deferments because of college, and I had a foot thing and I had deferment.
You also said, though, that you might support Japan and South Korea developing nuclear weapons of their own. Isn't that completely contradictory?
No, not at all.
You'd be willing to go to war to make sure we get the money to pay for this war?
Trust me, Bob, when I rejuvenate our military, Mexico's not going to be playing with us with war.
Who do you talk to for military advice right now?
Well, I watch the shows, all of the other shows, and you have the generals, and you have certain people that you like.
When you get these terrorists, you have to take out their families. They care about their lives. Don't kid yourself. But they say they don't care about their lives. You have to take out their families. They never turned them in. I would use maximum interrogation technique. I would use waterboarding, and I would try and expand the laws so we can go beyond waterboarding.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. For the record, it was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, I'm sure. Ridiculous questions, and you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her.
I saw a woman who was totally beautiful.
Right.
She was angry that so many men were calling her. How dare they call me? It's terrible. They're all looking at my breast. So she had a major breast reduction. The good news, nobody calls her anymore.
He convinced the government officials to use their eminent domain power to take Vera's home.
He offered her a lot of money out of this, a little thing called heart.
Heart? He doesn't have no heart, that man. The only thing he has is what he's worried about himself.
Basic to freedom is that if you own something, it's yours, that the government doesn't just come and take it away.
Condemnation is a necessary evil.
Compulsory purchase orders were threatened against a number of us. Public rallied with us and supported us, and the council realised that this probably wasn't going to work either.
He just wants everybody out of here so he can put a fence. He wants a fence around everything.
Mr. Forbes is not a man that people in Scotland should be proud of. I mean, he is not somebody that they should be talking about.
Now it looks like they're just coming in simple, heavy-handed bully boy tactics. We're the big boys here. We've got the resources. We've got the backup. We're going to take your land from you, whether you like it or not.
He was told no. Yeah. No, you can't have my land. Well, I'm going to take your land. That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah. It must be a pretty picture you drop into these. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us what we're getting. Coming from more than Mexico. It's coming from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably from the Middle East.
Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. He's still.
Would you just say, unequivocally, you condemn them and you don't want their support?
Well, I have to look at the group. I mean, I don't know what group you're talking about.
Okay, I mean, I'm just talking about David Duke and the Ku Klux Klan here, but...
I don't know, honestly, I don't know David Duke.
As the biggest problem with the Reform Party right now.
Well, you've got David Duke just joined. A bigot, a racist, a problem. I mean, this is not exactly the people you want in your...
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. Database is okay, and watch list is okay, and surveillance is okay, if you don't mind.
The man on the right with Trump at the hotel launch party, Felix Sater, a twice-convicted felon once tied to organized crime and a massive stock scam, someone Trump now maintains he barely knows. In his videotaped testimony obtained by ABC News, Sater looked like.
If he were sitting in the room right now, I really wouldn't know what he looked like.
An ABC News investigation found Sater, an executive at a real estate company, was actively involved in a number of proposed deals with Trump. Here they were together in Denver in 2005. And in 2010, 3 years after Sater's mob ties became public, the Trump Organization issued Sater business cards identifying him as a senior advisor to Donald Trump, with a Trump Organization email address and phone number.
Condone violence, and I don't talk about violence.
I would have done well, but I would have been boom, boom, boom. I'll beat that. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will.
Maybe he should have been roughed up because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing.
If you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. Try not to hurt him. If you do, I'll defend you in court. Don't worry about it. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough.
And white and beautiful white.
Where are the shirts made? Bangladesh.
Well, it's good. Okay. We employ people in Bangladesh.
Ties? Where are the ties
They
made?
have to work
These are
too.
beautiful ties.
They are great ties.
The ties are made in where? China? Ties are made in China.
Trump hotels and casinos filed for bankruptcy protection 3 times in 6 years.
Okay, let me explain it to you. Very simple.
Isn't that a failure?
Not really. I mean, look, it worked out very well for me. It was very successful. I then levered the company. I took it public. So I had a relatively small piece of the company. And what happened is Philadelphia...
You got to remember, there's 5,000 victims in this. And he's living about as high as you can get. Trump University, they promised everything from start to finish. Their expertise, their knowledge, their input, the financing. In the end, there's no there. They didn't really deliver on anything. Trump is just a fraud, a misrepresentation, a BS artist.